Welcome to this news on Equinoxe Television. I am Babla Jonathan in our top stories in this edition of the 6 p.m. prime time newscast. Less than 24 hours to the celebration of the 50th anniversary of unification in the Republic of Cameroon. The governor of the Southwest region is calling on all authorities and stakeholders in this area of command to come out en masse tomorrow to show proof that they are not part of the secessionist movement, or better still the secession war in the northwest and southwest regions of the country, putting on for close to 6 years today. Tonight we're going to take a look back into the history of the country as far as the unification is concerned, and we will examine the state of the unity today after the abolition of the federal system of government and the adoption of the unitary state on the 20th of May 1972. Meantime, the 20th May celebration is dividing the main opposition political party, the Republic of Cameroon, the Social Democratic Front, while the national chairman is calling on militants to come out and take part in the May 20 celebration. Some branches of the party, notably in the central and west regions, are saying that they will not take part, they will boycott the May 20 celebration tomorrow. We begin this newscast in Bangante, in the west region of the Republic of Cameroon, where insecurity is creating frictions between the administration and business persons in some parts of that part of the west region, in some parts of Bangante. And this divisional officer has decided to punish some business persons who are disrespecting some instructions he gave concerning insecurity that has been on the rise in Bangante in the D division. Details in this report.
Students in a school in Quarter 2, Bangante, West Region, saw an administrative injunction visiting her shop and beer parlors around.
Passant par là, les autorités ont scellé nos boutiques.
She is just a victim of the divisional officer's action to seal bars in the quarter, known to be molding hoodlums and giving rise to insecurity.
Moi, je vends dans l'alimentation. Je ne vends pas de l'alcool, je ne vends pas d'alcool.
Inhabitants of this Quarter 2 say they are unable to sleep every night for fear of unwanted attacks.
Elle n'est pas grande, mais
that even when the hoodlums are arrested and detained, they will be seen around the quarter the next day committing same crimes.
on le retrouve déjà au quartier. Et là, vraiment, nous sommes en insécurité.
If some inhabitants condemn the selling of bars in Quarter 2, others hail the initiative, saying it comes at the right moment.
C'est pas la première fois que ça se passe comme ça.
The quarter heads and other notables are aware of it, but the phenomenon keeps reoccurring.
Les chefs de bloc sont au courant. Donc ça se passe chaque fois et ils savent.
Insecurity and criminality are known to be rising on a daily basis, with firearms used by the hoodlums to aggress civilians. A recent case being that of Eric Kwagap, a trader in Bagante, killed in cold blood 3 months ago, and of a student, Ngola Malvis, severely injured after being stabbed. The population wish for quick eradication of this insecurity in the quarter.
Now to the southwest region of the Republic of Cameroon, the governor Benau Bilai is urging all authorities and other stakeholders to show up tomorrow for the May 20 National Day celebration as a proof that they are not part of the secession movement, or better still the secession war going on for close to 6 years today in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. He was speaking today ahead of the May 20 celebration. Tomorrow I'm very eager to capture that.
Boya, Thursday the 19th day of May 2022, eve of the National Day celebration. As the Southwest Regional Capital gears up ahead of the 20th May ceremony,
the authorities will be in front, and
the authorities of the region, headed by Southwest Governor, have brought sport to the front. From the Independence Square, where the celebrations will take place, to the esplanade of the Southwest Governor's Office, through Memos Junction, Buea Regional Hospital entrance, Delegation Street, Court entrance, Police Roundabout, and the 50th Anniversary Monument. The sport walk ended with Southwest Governor Bernardo Kaliabilai calling on the population of the region and all the sectors, both private and public, operating in the Southwest region to come out as one for May Day celebrations in all the 6 divisions that make up the region.
The message is that they should mobilize to come out to celebrate. This is the 50th anniversary. We, the people of the Southwest region, we must come out to prove, to show to the rest of the country, the rest of the Cameroon that we are there, we are determined to live together. We are against those who are talking about separation. I know that people are saying that now they should prove, come out and stand beside the administrative authority, the political leaders, to celebrate it now.
Before today, this heavily militarized Buea had already shown signs of the 20th May fever in town.
And in the Northwest Regional Chief Town, Bamenda, the heads of the 5th Military Region and the 5th Gendarmerie Region, as well as the Regional Delegation for National Security, gave out instructions today according to what is supposed to be done. They gave out instructions today to the police, the military and the gendarme officers as far as the celebration of May 20 is concerned tomorrow. What they are supposed to do, that is what they were told today during the final rehearsals in Bamenda. Boosted report.
This is the last-minute cutting of T's and dotting of I's by the Defense and Security Forces. Before now, they have been training at different points in preparation for celebration on May 20th, a day set aside to mark the nationhood of the nation Cameroon. At the Commercial Avenue Grandstand, under the supervision of Brigadier General Sinka Valet and Equinoxe Divine, commanders of the 5th Joint Military and 5th Gendarmerie regions respectively, the soldiers in the different corps displayed their know-how, receiving last instructions.
The first problem is the distancing. We have all agreed that the distancing between the 2 sections is supposed to be 6 meters, and between the head of the section and the section itself is supposed to be 3 meters. We realized that there were some sections where the head of the section was like 6 or 7, 8 meters and the troop was following behind. So I think the regulators have to do their job, because at a certain level, when the regulators they finish, the troop is abandoned. Now there's supposed to be communication between the head of the groups and the assistants and the troop itself.
The National Day was instituted after a referendum on May 20th, 1972, when a unitary state was preferred to the existing federal system by votes. The then President Amadou Ahidjo abolished the federal system of government in favor of the unitary state known as the Republic of Cameroon. Since 2016, the unity of Cameroon has been contested in the northwestern Southwest regions. This has led to an armed conflict in which more than 4,000 people have been killed in violence by secessionists and government forces, according to a report by Human Rights Watch. This week, more than 90% of the population of the Northwest region is observing a lockdown. It is instituted by separatist leaders on accepting a united Cameroon. This rehearsal is a foretaste of the 20th May 2022 parade, which is resuming this year after 2 years due to the coronavirus pandemic.
And the National Day celebration is dividing the Social Democratic Front SDF political party of John Frundi. The national chairman of that political party, John Frundi, has called on militants to turn out in the numbers tomorrow to celebrate National Day. But in some branches of the political party, that call is rejected by the officials in the center and west regions of the country. The regional officials, have announced a boycott of tomorrow's celebration of National Unity Day on grounds that they cannot be taking part in something that is limping. Of course, the national unity, referring to the national unity seriously threatened today by the close to 6-year-long armed conflict going on in the northwest and southwest regions of the Republic of Cameroon, and also because of some instructions given to the political parties, notably that the militants will not carry the effigies of the party to march tomorrow. And these are some of the issues that the party officials in the west and central regions of the country brandishing or highlighting to announce a boycott. In the meantime, the national chairman of the party, John Frundi, in a communique, has called on the militants to join the nation to celebrate the National Unity Day tomorrow. Now, coming up for me, Armstrong Standard takes us down memory lane into the history of the National Day celebration of it still May 20 in the Republic of Cameroon. His report.
Also known as the National Day, 20th May in Cameroon commemorates President Ahmadou Ahidjo's abolition of the federal government in favor of a unitary state. In other words, the day that East and West Cameroons were buried. In a referendum that has remained controversial till date, Cameroonians on the 20th of May 1992 voted in favor of a unitary state, opposing the existing federal system of government. The federal system consisted of the then federal states of West Cameroon, today's English-speaking Northwest and Southwest regions, and the federal state of East Cameroon, today's 8 French-speaking regions. A referendum that paved a way for a new constitution which created a united Republic of Cameroon by dissolving the West and East Cameroons. The flag then changed from 3 bands of green, red and yellow with 2 golden color stars on the green to 3 vertical bands with green, red and yellow and a yellow star on the red. Recall that French Cameroon achieved independence from France on the 1st of January 1960, and British Southern Cameroon gained independence from Britain by joining the independent French Cameroon on the 1st of October 1961. 20th May 2022 is commemorated within a context marked by an armed conflict between state defense forces and armed separatists in the Northwest and Southwest English-speaking regions. The war in the far north, inter-community confrontations, heightened tribalism and cross-border clashes, mainly in the East region. It is commemorated under the theme, Defense and Security Forces at the Services of the People in Preserving Social and National Cohesion Guarantee for an Emerging Cameroon. For me, Armstrong Sander, Equinoxe Radio.
On to something else now. Over 200, or better still 190 families who were displaced in the Diamere division, precisely in the Jundo Koya neighborhood, for the construction of a solar energy plant, yet to be compensated, and many of them not having land titles are today stranded, and they are in a difficult situation because of the forceful eviction exercise, and only 10 out of the 200 families that were displaced have been adequately compensated, so to speak. We have details in this report by Immaculate Foucault.
Fingerprints and signatures that gives these individuals access to a sum of money paid in as compensation for being forcefully evicted from Junde Gaya, a locality in Maratu subdivision in the far north region of Cameroon. The selected 10 families with land titles had to abandon their houses and farmlands after their site was selected for installation of a modular solar plant. The sum of 51,882,480 francs was distributed to the families. Amongst those indemnified is Wotowai Jigi, an old man who struggled with his walking stick to get to the SDO's office despite his poor health condition. We are very happy with what has been given to us. Luckily enough, I was one of those with land titles, reason why I was indemnified. However, 300 other persons who were evicted from the site have not received a dime as compensation. According to the authorities, this is because they did not have land titles. After evaluating the damage incurred, we decided to indemnify the victims. I equally want to thank them for understanding with us.
Le gouvernement de la République et ses partenaires au développement.
The government is implementing certain projects in the Diamari division so as to enable the population have constant energy supply. However, this had a negative impact on some persons, reason why the head of state instructed that the victims be indemnified. The construction project of the modular solar power plant is expected to tackle the problem of constant power cuts in the Diamari division.
Immaculate Folk, we're ending the first part of this newscast. Talking Point is up next. You're welcome to Talking Point. May 20, 1972, in a referendum, Cameroonians voted in favor of a unitary state as opposed to the existing federal system of government. And after the referendum, the new constitution created a united republic of Cameroon by dissolving the former West and East Cameroons. The flag then changed from 3 bands of green, red, and yellow with 2 golden stars on the red or the green to 3 vertical bands with green, red, yellow, and a golden star on the red. And this happened after French Cameroon achieved independence from France 1st January 1960, and British Southern Cameroons changed from a trusteeship territory under Britain to a federal state with Cameroon on October 1, 1961. Now, tomorrow, May 20, 2022, is going to mark 50 years after the abolition of the federal system of government and the creation of the unitary state, the United Republic of Cameroon, which was later changed by the current president, Paul Biya, to the Republic of Cameroon. Now we're going to look at the state of the unity of the country, seriously threatened today by close to 6-year-long armed conflicts going on in the northwest and southwest regions of the country. Our guest, Lapana Tasha Mama, a Cameroonian civil society leader and writer, is joining us from Cyprus. Tasha, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Babila. I'm very happy to be here once again.
Right, 50 years have elapsed after the former president, the first president of the country, Amadou Ahidjo, initiated the change or the transformation of the country from a federal state to a unitary state. What do you think about the state of the unity today?
Oh, thank you for that particular question. The state of the unity in Cameroon, we cannot talk of that there is unity in Cameroon, because we all can testify that even the struggle to create the unitary state in Cameroon was not done properly. It was done through corruption, through marginalization, through oppression and repression. So we were not expecting it to yield any fruit that for the betterment of the people of Cameroon. Because the disunity in Cameroon today, it testifies for it. Because the Anglophone crisis, the problem in the northern part of Cameroon, the problem in the eastern part of Cameroon, and all over Cameroon, there is disunity And then that disunity is created by the leaders of Cameroon, the government officials, the politicians, and the elites. They are the one. To me, Cameroonians are united. They wish to live in unity, but the leaders of Cameroon say they will not live in unity. They are creating and ruling the people with divide and rule method that was instituted by the British in Cameroon.
You talked about the move from a federal state to a unitary state, and this, referring to the referendum, is qualified by some observers as a civilian coup d'etat. Was it?
Yes, it was a civilian coup d'etat, because when you look critically, the move from the unitary, from the federal system of government to the unitary system of government created by Amadou Ahidjo, it was not done properly. Amadou Ahidjo used a very cruel method to create the unitary system of government in Cameroon, because if you look at how he marginalized the people of Southern Cameroon, before that, there was a lot of intimidation, a lot of threat, and a lot of oppression and repression, or to a point where Southern Cameroonians, after the referendum, said that they were forced to vote either we or yes, in which, whether you mark which one you are in for. So it was not done by the people of Cameroon, but it was imposed on the people of Cameroon, the unitary state of Cameroon.
What has been the consequence of that wrong step, according to you, that was taken at that time in 1972?
The consequences are too much. The consequences, we have seen it through marginalization of the people of Southern Cameroon. We have seen the consequences through the harmonization, what the government of Cameroon said, harmonization of the educational system, in which they have frustrated the Anglo-Saxon educational system. We have seen it through the assimilation of the people of Southern Cameroon and the way they are being treated. And when you look critically, their agenda was not for unity. Their agenda was to bring these people, the people of Southern Cameroon, to be the second-class citizen of that country, Cameroon.
What do you think, or what's your take about the fact that for 50 years, this unity has not been consolidated to a certain degree? And today we have threats on the country's unity, and notably the crisis that's been going on and even worsening in the northwest and southwest regions of the country.
Yes, for me, I do not call it 50 years of unification. I call it 50 years of assimilation. I call it 50 years of looting. I call it 50 years of slavery, 50 years of marginalization, 50 years of oppression and repression. And so the Anglophone crisis was created by Amadou Ahidjo. And then President Paul Biya came and inherited the atrocity of Amadou Ahidjo and then continued with it. It was their agenda. And so there is nothing we are going to talk about the unity, that there have been maybe anything that in the benefit of the Southern Cameroonians is seen for all these 50 years. Because their agenda clearly, as President Paul Biya said in Paris, that they have been struggling, meaning for all these 50 years, they have been struggling to assimilate the people of Southern Cameroon. So that is what I can say concerning the 50 years of reunification. I don't call it 50 years of reunification.
Now, what is the obstruction? What are the obstacles to the consolidation of that bond of unity, to the enhancement of that bond of unity? 50 years, and the unity is rather going down the drain instead of getting stronger and stronger.
The obstacle, we have just one obstacle in Cameroon. For anything happening in Cameroon, we have just one obstacle, the CPDM. That is the obstacle, the government officials, the politicians, the elite. These are the people blocking, standing on the way for the development or the unity that has supposed to be in Cameroon, because the government of Cameroon are using this group of people, that is the politician, the elite, and those he is using, calling the government officials. He is using it to divide the people. These are the people blocking. If these people presently in Cameroon today, it can give way, then we will have, if they can realize that they were put there to lead the people of Cameroon to unity, to peace, to freedom, to safety, then there will be peace. But they are there for their own pockets. They are there to oppress and to take some kind of leadership or position in life. And that is what it is. That is the only obstacle is the government of President Obia. The only obstacle in Cameroon blocking the unity are the elites. Those people we call in our locality elites. They are the obstacle to all the unity. The politicians.
But these are the same people who have been preaching peace all these years, who have been calling on everybody to come on board and put hands on deck to develop the nation. These are the very people who have been taking actions here and there with the intention, according to what they have been telling us, to consolidate the country's stability, unity, and enhance the country's growth. Why then do you say that they are the obstacle?
Yeah, this is what I have to say. These are people that are very selfish and very wicked. They speak, what they are telling us, they are preaching peace. But within their heart, it is war that they are preaching. That is what they wish for. If you look at what they put in Yahweh, that I just presented a video just recently, is saying that it is a beautiful monument that have been put there by the government officials. They say, I love my country, Cameroon. I look at it and then I say, they have no right to say they love the country, Cameroon. They are the ones frustrating Cameroonians. That the right statement that's supposed to be on that beautiful monument is supposed to be the common people love their country, Cameroon. And on the other side of it, it should be written, a government officials, a politician and elite hate their country, Cameroon. These people are preaching peace. They are telling us to be in peace, but they are not in peace. They are the one creating disorder and disunity amongst us. So what they are saying, they are just saying it, they are preaching it with their mouth because they want to present themselves to the international community as a people who are controlling and governing their people perfectly. If you look critically, you discover that they are not preaching peace because they are behind the Anglophone crisis. They are the one frustrating the educational system of Cameroon. They are creating political schools, the school without benches, school without teachers, the school without buildings. They are creating hospitals that they themselves cannot go there. They are ashamed to be there. The school that they cannot send their children there, they are ashamed to send their children there. And how can you tell me that they are preaching and wishing for Cameroon to be in unity? Because they are benefiting behind all this disunity, disorder, and everything in Cameroon. So to the international community, they are using politics to present themselves as they have been pleading and begging Cameroonians to be in peace. Truly, those who are in disunity in Cameroon are the politicians, the government officials, and the elites, the common people. They are in unity. They wish to be in unity, but these people are standing and fighting them every little minute, using their resources and using the taxpayer money to frustrate it and to put everybody in disorder.
All right, let's understand what you're saying clearly. How can the same people who have been given positions of responsibility and who say they are serving the nation, they are working for the interest of the nation, they are working for the development of the nation, for the peace and stability of the nation, be working against the people at the same time?
That is how the world is. We cannot really, the only thing that can make us to understand why they are doing it is the kind of wickedness that people are living in now. Because what is forcing them to do all these things is selfishness, wickedness, little knowledge about life. Because they believe that gathering much for yourself will give you maybe a long life to live. No. But all these things that they are doing, I keep on saying it to all Cameroonians and to the politicians and to the government officials. Any videos I present on, I always make sure that I send to some of their email for them to listen that they have been sent there and sent there by God for a purpose. And if God allowed them there, it's just for them to repent. There is no way that they would tell me if the government officials, anybody belonging to the government, is say, I'm going to give you this. Know that they will benefit from it more than what they are giving you. They don't give anything for free. We can have enveloped all of them. And there is nothing that they are preaching with their mouth. If you say they were put there to save the people, what have they done to the people? There is no root in Cameroon. In the 21st century, thousands of people are suffering of cholera. What is the cause of it? Lack of drinkable water. Who are those to provide these people with drinkable water? The government official. For 50 years today, or more than 60 years today, that they gained independence, a city like Buea cannot, that was the first capital of Cameroon under the Germans, cannot have potable drinking water. Look at how Cameroon is. They are wasting the taxpayer money in buying luxurious cars. These are people that don't pay electricity bills. They don't pay water bills. They don't pay rent. But they are still embezzling. How can you say that they were set there? Pobia put them there. President Pobia put them there in order to prevent him or to protect him, to cover him, so that he will stay in power for long. He is using them. They are not helping anybody in Cameroon. They are helping themselves.
What's your assessment of all the efforts of the authorities and other stakeholders as far as returning to normalcy and stability in the northwest and southwest regions is concerned, and of course the rest of the country, efforts to solve the socio-economic and political problems affecting the country across the board?
Every day I keep on blaming the government of Cameroon for not being able to stop the Anglophone crisis. And then I came to discover that, okay, these people, they are already corrupt. They are wicked. And then they are achieving their ends. Because you cannot say the solution to the Anglophone problem is very clear. And the Anglophone problem is behind all the economic and socio-political crises that we are facing in our country. And then the solution is very clear. It's just to call for a constitutional conference. That is reorganization of the Fuban Constitutional Conference for the people of Cameroon to decide. But the government of Cameroon is using the wrong method to solve a problem. If you say maybe you are in Douala and you want to go to Buea, and then you are taking the route to Yaoundé, you can never reach Buea. And the government is using the military method to solve the Anglophone problem. That can never happen. I keep on saying it, that the Anglophone problem is an ideology. You cannot kill an ideology. If you want to do it, it means you want to kill everybody in that locality. And then forgetting that some of them are out of the country. When they finish in Cameroon, in southern Cameroon, some will return back. And you can never finish it. Use the right method and end the Anglophone crisis, and everything in Cameroon will be okay. All these prices being increased of goods or common things in our society, the prices are being increasing because of the struggle in the northwest and the southwest region. If they solve this problem, many problems will be solved in Cameroon. So they have repeated and taken the wrong direction, which can never work.
All right. Earlier you said if God is allowing the authorities, the President of the Republic and all the others, to be in the respective positions of responsibility, it is for them to repent. And that's why you wrote the book, Let's Change Our Mentalities for a Better Cameroon. Tell us more about this.
Yes, I keep on saying it, that all authorities, as the Bible says in Romans chapter 13, from verse 1 downward, that all authorities are being placed by God. Paul Biya is not stronger than God. If God said Paul Biya will leave today, he will leave the presidency today. God is leaving him there for one purpose, to repent and give to Cameroonians what he was being put there for. If he refused to do it, he will live for many years on that position. And then he is not enjoying it. President Paul Biya is not enjoying that position. But he cannot live because of fear of the things that he has done to the people of Cameroon. So that is what I'm saying, that the only solution to all the problems in Cameroon is a positive change of mentality. If we do not change our mentality positively, it will be difficult for us to move ahead. When I look at people fighting and saying, I'm going to take over from President Paul Biya, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. That book I wrote is not all about the government officials. If you look at our society today, terrible things are happening right in schools because of the failures of parents, the failures of a church pastor or men of God, the failures of many people. So the only solution is change of mentality for you to understand what life is all about. And then Cameroon will be in peace.
There are some Cameroonians who think there is no reason to celebrate anything tomorrow, May 20, 2022. What's your take on that?
Yes, I'm one of them. I do not think there is no need for any celebration because we have important days, 8 dates in the history of Cameroon. The 1st October 1961 is a day to be celebrated because it is a day that these people, Southern Cameroonians, were supposed to even join Nigeria, but they decided because of love that they have for their own people to come and join their brothers. That is the day that's supposed to be celebrated. The day that French Cameroon got independence from France, that is on the 1st of January 1960. That is the day that's supposed to be celebrated. If you look critically, what happens on the 20th of May? That President Amadou Ahidjo deserved the happiness of the people. And then you are celebrating it. What are you celebrating?
Right. Lapa Natasha, Mama, Cameroonian civil society leader and writer, author of the book Let's Change Our Mentalities for a Better Cameroon. Thank you for your time. Thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for staying with us in this edition of Talking Point. That's it for today. Goodbye.